So it's odd. It seems like this is a little too easy, but at the same time, hard was a steeper curve. But is that because we've been able to level ourselves up slowly?
Well, hard requires you to actually have equipment that is useful, as opposed to we had nothing, and so it made us considerably weaker. Once we get
the bosses, when's the boss level come up?
I think that's the alchemical laboratory.
Yes, maybe. Yes.
Think so.
All right.
Why do I even have hero damage as a stat? Also, Shell, when levels end like this, it's also worth hitting next level.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you were just looking at the screen, but we were still waiting on you.
Well, okay. Yeah, what I was looking at was I finally was able to equip the crossbow,
Ah.
but it doesn't seem to be firing anything
Oh.
out of my arm cannon. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I see them now.
Just nothing.
Okay. So, Shell, put your barriers on these stairs. These, like, initial stairs that we're looking at. Those are the best checkpoints.
The stairway? Right
yeah,
here?
if
Like
you
right in
press and
front of
hold-
the carpet?
After the cart. Yeah. So, here? Like, right here, Shell.
Okay.
If
just
you
collect
hold
some
shift,
mana.
by the way, you can get a good overview of, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the level where things can go into the magma.
Yep. And there aren't any, like, physics towers.
Oof. I only had enough mana for that one.
Hold shift, Shell. There's chests on the map.
Okay, I see them.
I only had enough for 2 archers, but that's not really a big deal.
I'm just gonna sit on my bus until someone's ready for me to hit things.
Okay, so I've gotten those. Do I have enough? Yeah, I should have enough for their barrier. Oddly enough, I can't build beams, but I can build more barrier.
Oh.
I'll call this for now.
It definitely feels more dramatic when you just randomly fall into lava now.
Oh. You lose all of your gems, right?
I think so. I think you lose all the mana that you have.
And they're just gone forever, right?
It's interesting how homey this place feels. At the same time, I'm looking at the scale between the characters and the chairs and the bookshelves and stuff, and it just doesn't feel right. It seems like everything else is miniaturized and our characters are so much larger. Oh, all
Alright,
set.
we're waiting on me, aren't we? Alright,
Yep.
hidden G. I have a huge backlog of items in my inventory that or my chest that I'm just slowly selling off.
Mhm.
That's what's happening.
I'm just ignoring that. Oh, I like this level. This level has some good bird's eye views for me to just hang out on. Just be like, Let's see.
Aha.
Okay.
Oh,
Dumped.
oh my. That was close.
Dumped in magma.
It's
Realistically,
Did you
I
hit
don't
someone
get
into the
gems when I
magma?
do that, so probably I shouldn't do that.
Oh, who cares? It's worth it. I just look over and I just see Nathan just pushing an orc into the lava in cold blood. It's like, huh.
I would contend that it is at least warm blood. Scorching hot blood.
I think there's no blood.
No blood.
By
Just
the end
fried
results.
orc.
Could use you on this side, by the way. Again, where you
I'm looking.
toss the
Oh,
orc in.
I
As
guess I could have like kept doing that for all it mattered. I don't know. I didn't like pick a side that had like.
yeah, there we go. We just needed that for like a little bit longer.
Just need me to push things around.
Yeah, just keep them off that barrier for a bit. My archers really only get strong When they hit a like critical mass of like 4 of them.
Oh. Is it just because like their shots are like high damage, but it's more
High
than
damage,
health
but they
or
don't
something?
Wait,
fire
there's
fast,
one
so they
enemy?
don't
Where
clear
is it?
groups. It's one orc
Oh.
over here. He's slow.
Oh, I see.
I probably pushed him off the path somewhere.
Oh, there he is.
Once I'm level 14, I'll have some pretty good equipment. I'm gonna
I was
drop
like, once I hit level 45, I am set. That's how this works.
Alright, I put some gems back here right in front of the crystal. I can go open chests and pick up more gems and bring them back there.
Okay, I'll start putting lasers in front of the barrier.
I'm always a bit shocked that more companies did not make cool third-person tower defenses like this.
Is it hard to pull off?
I have no idea, because both the
do you think-
companies that I saw make these games did wonderful jobs.
That's true.
And then
Because once you've
it-
made like 3 versions of the game, it probably was successful.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, the interesting thing is that's actually kind of not true, because Orcs Must Die 1 was a really good single-player game. Orcs Must Die 2 added co-op and was just all-around better. Orcs Must Die 3 technically isn't out yet, but then they had made an Orcs Must Die Unchained, which was a MOBA that was just bad. It was just real bad. People liked it, but it was a MOBA, and so it's like if League of Legends tried changing over to being a Diablo-like. No matter what, it's just gonna feel weird.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but then like let's start off like just in terms of redesigning these types of games. Like, what do you think are the main principles that would make a tower defense game like fun and like the sort of things that this does well versus could be improved upon?
I definitely say like co-op helps a ton.
Yeah.
Single-player tower defense is fun, but it does get a little stale.
I would like more narrative.
Shell always wants more narrative. I'm mixed on that.
Yeah.
I'm mixed on narrative, if only because like.
Because I really liked Sanctum and how they handled the characters and the narrative. There was
Oh
a
right,
reason-
there's Sanctum. That's 3 for 3 on companies that made rather good like kind of shooty tower defenses. Huh. Yeah, I'd actually just like they'd slip my mind because now they're working on Satisfactory, which is really good.
I just don't know Sanctum at all, I guess.
It's sci-fi. I believe it features 2 sisters and a couple other characters.
Sanctum 1 is just the same. It's just one character.
It's just the lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Sky.
But Sanctum 2 had a cast ensemble.
Yeah. Well, Sanctum 2 was like much larger budget because Sanctum 1 was just kind of
And
like.
were we fighting monsters? Like alien monsters? Or oops, oh, I fell in the lava. Aww.
You just lose all your
Tell me
current
if you find the
crystals.
ring down there.
Just diving for the 1 ring of power.
Yep.
That'd be a great Easter egg, though.
You just get down there, come back invisible.
Like, if you jump in the right spot, you find an item.
Oh man, yeah, you
Like-
jump in the right spot, you find an item, but then like all ogres are replaced with Sauron for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I
It's-
would play the heck out of
Finding
that.
the ring
That'd be
of
fun.
power would not be a strict
Shall-
improvement.
Yeah.
By the way, if it's not an upgrade, don't just pick up the item
Oh.
because loot is not instanced, and so I see an upgrade and you just come by and just like yoink it, and I'm like,
I can drop
I
stuff
mean,
then.
you don't have to. I'm just saying like,
Yeah. The other way of phrasing this is selling things is annoying and tedious, and you
yeah,
don't want to do
selling
it.
things is truly annoying and tedious, and if you just leave it on the ground, it just automatically gets sold with the cost split between the
So
three
should
of
I
us.
build more barriers or should I build more
Nah, build more,
tripwires?
just more laser tripwires. Just go nuts with them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like upgrade your laser barriers so they're maxed out, but then otherwise just all in on tripwires because they'll do chip damage on everything.
Just gonna start upgrading some things, or well, I guess we have like a lot more defense units that could happen, don't we? Yeah. It's pretty efficient. Pretty efficient system. You could have so many walls and stuff.
I have 8
Some walls for
archers
no
on some
reason.
of these, just because.
And did you decide the spiders were good, or are the spiders?
No,
not
they're
really that
melee.
good?
They're not good. They
Oh,
could be
so
good.
the shooting web thing is just like whatever.
Let's see.
Now, the interesting thing is I want to try one of these.
They'll like shoot a web, and then that'll be it. Let's see.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I want to
I
see what
think
the reflection
upgrade
beam
archer
is.
range.
This way
Actually,
they-
one of my favorite things is watching all these archers kind of stand here and like look back and forth repeatedly. Just a posse of them, just like, what are they watching? Are they watching the laser beams? Are they just hypnotized? What is this? What is this laser thing, Shell?
It's a reflection thing, just in the instance that archers do try to attack. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I don't know. I just wanted to
Sure.
see if it actually worked.
Yeah, well, we'll try and keep an eye on it.
Wait, did your
Okay.
like laser barriers get a lot taller?
Those are the new ones.
Oh,
That way they can't just fire their arrows over these guys and at the crystal immediately. Though they'll probably still attack your guys before they ever attack the crystal.
Yes. Your
Oh.
posse.
Actually,
your
what I should do
squad.
is I should just surround the crystal with these barriers, shouldn't I? So I should deconstruct them? Or this will
No,
prevent
I think they're
these
good
guys
there.
from
I
being
think you-
shot at.
Yeah, you'd rather the archers not die, because if the archers are dead, then the barrier won't last very long anyways.
Okay.
also don't forget to ready up, Shell.
Yep.
Well, at this point,
Yeah, it's
That-
not that big of a deal, but still.
oh, I sense my purpose is to kill this wyvern.
Oh, right.
I
We do
see
have
it.
wyverns. By the way, they're at the crystal. Please kill.
Yeah, I could probably...
Wait, the
I
what?
think I
The
can handle
wyverns?
that
Ah,
one.
they're coming from above.
I think I got them.
There you go.
I don't think they deal a ton of damage, right? Yeah, crystal's fine. Do we like lose points or something for that?
Yeah, we lose points for that.
Oh. What kind of points do we lose?
I think it's just that score on the
Oh.
bottom right.
But I don't care about score. I care about money and
I
equipment.
think that might. I think that might cost us like a little bit of EXP at the end, but like I don't really care.
Oh, like we get an EXP bonus based off our score? Well, that's a strong incentive.
Immense. That looked larger than it should have been.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so my spiders, while in a defensive stance, will shoot webs. So it's actually
Oh.
worthwhile to have one or two spiders in each group. I guess I should probably get out of this and get hands-on.
Nah,
Upgrade.
Overlord mode forever.
But I can't pick up mana.
A shame.
I
A
know.
terrible shame.
Other games let you
Redeem
just
yourself
like
with the
waggle your
presence of this
cursor, and you're like,
This sword is not a direct upgrade. I find I care about one thing with swords, and it's the damage output per time.
yeah, we do have wyverns coming that way.
I don't think I have anything that can deflect or protect
Oh.
against those.
I do.
I think this sword, though, deals lightning damage, which... feels
I
really
surrounded
well.
our crystal with archers that will hang out.
Just some bros.
Let's see. Does anybody have any mana left over or no?
Oh yeah, I got 100.
I don't have that much.
Farfadon. Thank you.
In case you had any illusions about where the mana was kept, it was definitely in my belly.
Regurgitation.
Okay.
I'm
good
still
to go.
thinking about like.
I can drop more mana if you need it. Or
No, I'm
are
good.
you alright for now? Right.
I think probably one of the like most serious weaknesses with Dungeon Defenders though is it feels like the level design mostly boils down to like choke points and like number of combat lanes.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes it matters that there's like a magma pit, but then you don't really want to push enemies into the magma pit unless you're desperate.
It would really be nice if the elemental weaknesses and stuff were things that you had to... Actually, that would be really neat if you
Wait, the
collectively...
elemental stuff you actually do need to think about.
Oh, okay.
That one does matter. So you'll see a number of enemies have like types associated with them. So some of them are just like will deal elemental damage and like.
Wait, the crystal's getting attacked by the wyverns?
Yeah. I have some archers. They're helping. It's not quite
Should
enough.
I should be helping.
Probably. You want to just stand on the crystal and just swing?
Every once in a while, a wyvern will come around.
Yeah, there aren't that many of them. I've yet to determine exactly where they're coming from, otherwise I might be able to move better.
They come from diagonals. Like
Yeah, so they come from the corner doors. I just don't know if they fly in from above or from that door and just go up. Because if it's the latter, then I actually should be able to just plonk some dudes on that bridge and they'll just shoot.
I mean, I can also just handle them. We're on the second to last wave, so I could probably
Yeah,
like.
I'm honestly not too worried. Score means so very little to me. And even
I'd
if
like
it is
some
like a resource
confirmation that
that
it isn't affecting my experience. This is very important to me.
Oops.
I suppose there's nothing stopping me from using my attack moves or stuff, right?
Ow.
Wow, the spin move sucks.
It's so much better in Dungeon Defenders.
I think Awaken did
Awakens.
have the correct thing of like trying to make yourself more relevant, especially
Well,
your abilities.
I think they specifically learned that in they learned that specifically in Dungeon Defenders 2. Because
Yeah.
originally that was supposed to be like a MOBA, and they're like, maybe people like this sort of thing. And it was like, yeah.
I think being relevant. But like I think the level design making the game fundamentally different from what was in the level. I think that's something that like is challenging in a lot of tower defense games. And in many tower defense games the levels aren't really different, right? Like it's just one level and you're just in it. And that's just like what's happening.
Oh wow, look at that glowing green katana. I don't know if it's good.
Well,
Interesting.
there's a good chance it is not an upgrade, but there's a chance that it is an upgrade, so.
Healing up that set of laser.
Wander, what do you think was the best StarCraft or Warcraft 3 tower defense that you played?
I can't wait until
That-
Warcraft.
That is a toss-up between Cube TD and
your Forge
Elemental
comes
TD,
out.
probably.
Cube TD. I remember that one.
Because Elemental
Yeah,
had probably
yeah.
some of the most interesting towers, but itself was kind of meh on mazing because you just couldn't do it. Cube TD had full mazing and you could go bananas with it, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, I think the amazing designs were interesting. Unfortunately, it became. Well, I guess never really was that well solved because it depended a lot on like some of the tower design and things like that.
And
So it was
pathing.
not always just like that exact.
Well, I will admit, actually, they're coming out with Warcraft 3 Reforged next year.
I'm looking forward to that.
So if we wanted to, we could
the
actually...
remastered Warcraft 3, right? Or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, but that effectively...
All the character models look gorgeous.
The important things.
Nuts. I mean,
Will they add things to the game? Because I know that part of the remaster stuff is to like not change anything.
I don't know. I think they're adding extra content.
Okay.
At the very least, I know the custom maps carry over from like
Yeah, well,
OG
that's good.
Warcraft.
I think they might even have different modes, or how many could people also play multiplayer in that one?
Yeah. Well, there was no like co-op campaign, but you could
Oh.
absolutely like play custom maps with people, and that was some kind of beautiful for years.
I mean, it's impressive. Like,
Ready
Alright.
whenever. Yep.
it's impressive how like games like Dota came out of it. But I was talking to someone and they said like, isn't it kind of interesting that it wasn't like more games? That it wasn't like.
Yeah. Well, there's been a couple at this point.
Oh, like professional games that, or things that, I guess tower defense genres, though, actually was one of the counter examples that I came up with, where and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but the claim I was making was that I think they became a lot more popular through StarCraft as a medium.
Yeah. That and Flash games.
Oh. So, like, Flash games were kind of inspired by, or, like, related to?
Well, there were just an insane amount of Flash tower defenses.
Oh,
like-
right. So the tower defense games were inspired by.
Yeah, and so I don't actually. Well, no,
That
you
makes
can
sense.
Because you could
absolutely.
easily have things with 2D pathing.
Bloons
Yep.
TD, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
like.
Bloons TD was a Flash game that is just kind of its own thing at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ogre yet? No, it doesn't look like it. I have drastically increased the range of my archers, and it seems to be paying off.
Well, I guess now that you just like move them away, because some of them were getting injured, presumably from the explosions. Actually,
Yeah.
keeping them outside of explosion range from the walls would probably be good for some of the future stuff.
Where's the ogre?
Ow. There's the ogre.
Where?
Coming up the middle.
Middle? I see him.
Oh, get him, spider creature. I believe in you.
Wait, does he have 30,000 health?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, now he's at
It's
23,
okay. It's going
22,
down. Now
21.
that my archers are pelting him good.
Well, you have them set to attack now, I see.
Yeah. I pulled him back so he wouldn't hit them with AoE.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
I don't know if it helped a lot, but I do find that his like aggro is on nearby heroes who are attacking him more than like the walls or stuff like that.
Guess there is no point in me actually upgrading things at this point because like one enemy left.
Why
I was
waste
kind
the
of doing
money?
it based on reflex.
Ooh, there's a sword that's an upgrade even to this recent green sword that I just got. Oh, that's a good sword. All right.
Oh, Shell, can you go kill that archer down there?
That's what I'm doing. There he goes.
Heck.
You thought you could hide. That you'd survive.
Oh, hey, this sword is glowing yellow.
Oh,
Be something.
I'll take a
I
look.
don't know. It's small though. I've noticed that some of the objects load in immensely large and then others are tiny. I don't know if it's the size of the weapon that's supposed to denote how important it is or if it's the glow that it's giving off.